This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. For a total of $60 off, that's $20 off your first 3 boxes, visit HelloFresh.com/CAGcast60 and enter code CAGcast60. So do you hate it, like really hate it, or is it just kind of like a mild dislike?
I have not gotten to the open world part yet.
Oh, so you barely even played it.
I played like an hour or so of this game.
Let's table this conversation.
It sucks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 572. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who gets all of his YouTube channel recommendations from PewDiePie, Wombat.
Yep. Hail PewDiePie. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Heil, I think.
Heil? Yeah, see, I'm not good at this.
Right. Why do you need to watch more YouTube?
And cut down on the Adderall, apparently.
No, increase the Adderall, and then you have more. You can intake more YouTube if you increase the Adderall.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It's not good for reading, though.
Right. Oh, Shipwreck.
Hello.
Save us.
I cannot do that. We are committed to give 90 minutes of entertainment or so.
90 now.
90.
I don't
Sounds
know.
like a lot.
9.
It does.
9.
I read that wrong.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. The show might be 90 minutes, but we're only committed to 9 minutes of entertainment.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. We'll see. We're using, for the listeners who wonder how the sausage gets made, we're back to Skype for this episode. It's a very special episode. It's called Back to Skype. It's been a long time.
Back to Skype. Back to reality.
I mean, it's been a very long time.
It's been a couple of months.
Several months. We've been using Discord, but it's been cutting out too much on Wombat. Like, we just lose Wombat for
it's weird.
30 seconds.
And no one wants that.
It's tough to do a fake internet.
I thought it was a feature.
Auto mute.
How dare you?
So welcome to the show, everybody. Not a lot of news. I was trying to find interesting news tidbits, but everybody's left for a vacation already, I think.
I was going to say, 'tis the season. My train coming home is empty. Already. Yeah.
People slack off in this country.
I think it's that. I think that, my wife said it's probably a lot of holiday parties.
Yep.
So we had our company holiday party yesterday.
Yep. Mrs. Chibi's at hers right now.
I asked for Jack and Coke. Actually, Jack and Diet. Actually, what I asked for was Johnny Walker, and they gave me Jack, but that's neither here nor there. And the guy gave me the whiskey and a whiskey glass and a Diet Coke in 2 separate glasses.
He thought you wanted 2 separate drinks.
Yes.
I don't know enough about that drink to know if that's
It's very simple. You take Diet Coke.
No, I know what the drink is. I'm talking about the proper name of it.
Jack and Coke. Whiskey and Coke if you want it to be fancier. But and usually I wouldn't have soda with my whiskey, but because I couldn't have the good stuff, I'm like, well, I guess I need to mix it with something.
You're talking about they didn't have Coke?
Yes, they didn't have any Coke. It was terrible.
Just Diet. Okay.
Just Diet.
Ew.
So, but yeah, I was like, I took a picture of it and I sent it to my wife. I'm like, does this seem normal to you? So that was my adventure at my holiday party. That was the most exciting thing that happened.
It was a deconstructed Jack and Coke.
It was a deconstructed Jack and Coke.
And Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's like, did it come in a box? Maybe it's like HelloFresh.
Might as well. It came with a sheet of paper with 6 photographs on it.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Open the can, step 2.
So Hanukkah's over now.
Yes, Hanukkah's over. We're holidayed out.
We're done.
Yep.
We're out.
Lucky us.
But I see like Christmas is just ramping up now.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Christmas is a big deal. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I started to notice. There's like a lot of lights on at night now. They weren't there 2 weeks ago. Does seem to be a big deal.
People like the Christmas.
Yeah, Ty got all of his video game Hanukkah gifts, which was the Pokemon game. Let's go.
Let's
Pikachu.
Pokemon.
Let's spend another $60 to $80 on a Pokemon game. And Super Smash Brothers, which we got to play. I know people like it got like 10s and everything, and I agree that it's a fun game.
Are we talking about that right now?
I'm not going to say because I'm not going to say any more about it.
Okay.
I just want to say like one sentence about it.
Okay.
It was great that the three of us could sit and play together, and Mrs. Cheapy would win, and she had no idea what she was doing, and she was winning. She didn't really like it. She wasn't having a great time, but she was winning. But that being said, she still didn't really have a great time playing it. I was having fun, but I don't know. I don't think it's anything super special. But Ty was into it. It would be great if you guys, if you didn't have to unlock everybody and play for 2 hours. But
that's how I had no problem with that. That's how a fighting game's supposed to be.
Really? You start off with 8 dudes and then you get to 70? And then 70?
You have to, yes, that's called having a good... That's why I used to play all those fighting games.
But you don't really... Most of them, I've been playing it some as well, and I have no idea why things are popping open and why I'm getting people. It's just like all of a sudden something flashes on the screen and somebody's appeared and you beat up a really dumb version of them and then you unlock them.
Right.
And it's like, all right, I did something. That's pretty much the whole game is just hitting buttons around familiar characters.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Like that's exactly like I'm having fun with it.
Sure.
But yeah, no clue. I have zero clue. Like even with the story mode, like it's there, which is nice. They have a whole like single player mode. But it's super weird. Like it's got all these like spirits things and like you get a spirit and that's leveling up and then there's like 2 sub spirits that you can attach to it or maybe only one depending on what level that spirit, the secondary spirit is. And all the menus are kind of like cumbersome.
Yeah. You just don't know where anything is. Like, this is like in the corner in the in this menu. There's like, bottom right corner, a little thing flashing. That's it.
Right.
It's weird.
It's like hit Y to like auto select people that are good against this thing, and it's like, okay, well, what screen? That's not like just on the fight screen. That was like I had to go in and go back to select characters or something, but it's not the select character screen. It's something else that's like the select character screen.
Right. Imagine if they designed a car, and you're trying to find.
I would have fun bumping into other cars that I liked with it. I think it's so weird because it's like it's fun to play, but it just is so like chaotic and weird. Like it's got a really weird game structure to it.
That's how the Smash Bros. Roll.
It's not that I don't like Smash Brothers. If someone said, "Hey, here's Smash Brothers," I'd be grateful. But I'm not running out to go play.
That's not happening, Wombat.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, it's neither of those things is happening. So I'll stick with what I got.
I don't know. I think there's a good chance a listener could send it your way before the end of the year. Get just for that shout out, that last shout out of the year.
That last shout out of the year. I doubt that'll happen. But
I don't know.
You laid it out there, so you did what you could, Wombat.
Well, that wasn't my intent.
Pretty much unasked right there.
That would be pretty much unasked. There you go. You asked me what that means. I guess that means. Don't send me Smash Brothers. I'm going to say it right now. It's fine.
Pac-Man is pretty fun, though, when he throws the dot out and then eats it.
Okay. I'm sure it is.
Pretty
I'd rather
sweet.
I'd rather have Diablo on the Switch, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, now you're gonna get both. Oh, shipwreck! What's happening?
No, I'm not gonna get either. Don't send me anything.
It's just it's just Wombat's after Hanukkah wish list hour.
Yeah, exactly. These are the games I want because no one got. I actually did get one gift. I got one gift.
What'd you get?
I got the Fallout board game.
Oh, is it
Which
good?
one?
The one that's the
Monopoly?
regular
Monopoly?
No, like the Fallout board game. It's a like a tabletop game with like you put down tiles and you flip things over, and the dice have look like the VAT system, where it's like a different body part, and that's how you know where you shot the guy. I guess I haven't had a chance to play it because I only got it. It only showed up on
you
Tuesday.
never will.
No, I started reading the instructions this evening. Is the first chance I have to open the box.
Yeah, the problem is you have to get somebody else to agree to read the instructions on a game like that.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's a one-player game.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
There you go.
That's why I put it on my quote-unquote list. As far as my wife said, "What do you want?" And because Hanukkah ended and no one got me anything, and my wife got like 4 things, and I said, "Dude, this is very interesting. How I got nothing this year."
right.
So I told my son what I wanted, so he could tell my wife.
Nice, nice.
But she's like, "Why do you want this? No one's gonna play with you." I'm like, "It's a one-player game."
Perfect.
That's what I said. It's 1 to 4 players. So if I actually play it and learn to figure out what I'm doing, maybe I could talk someone in this house into playing with me. But if I can't, big deal. So.
Nice.
All right.
Yep. So, and it's cool looking. The pieces are nice. It looks like Fallout, but in a board game. That game's got an aesthetic.
That's good. Sounds like a good Hanukkah gift for you.
Yes.
Does the game ever get too heavy for you to move with it?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But I don't know if you could fast travel.
It should come with wrist weights.
Right. Just that should be the second player. Is just constantly handing you another item from the house. Just like,
Here's a can of chili that expired
this
3
board
years
game.
ago.
Here's a frying pan.
Have an air fryer.
Yeah, I found
heavy.
this book over here. Here, you're required to hold this while you try to play.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll give an update. Hopefully, I'll get. My goal is to try to play at least one game this weekend. So maybe by next show, I'll be able to say, "Oh, I played a round and it was fun."
I hope you start playing that on the train.
I don't think that's possible.
I would like to see it.
So that's that. That was my one present that I got 2 days after Hanukkah ended.
Oh man, rough. It's rough out there.
I know.
The hell?
I got my wife smart cams.
You got her smart cams? Those crappy smart cams that you showed us? They're not smart. What's smart about them?
I could use my app to control them.
Oh my god.
That makes them smart, doesn't it?
Well, Shep, he got the iPhone. We shouldn't really even we got to choose our battles.
I mean, they're not installed yet, but I got cameras. One for the backyard, one for the front.
So you don't even know if you can really control them with your phone yet?
Well, no, I tested that.
Oh, okay.
I set them up. I just haven't screwed them into the place where we want to put them. That's the one that's the step that requires me to do something.
I recommended joining the Ring ecosystem of security products, but Wombat went with Blinks, I believe.
Yes,
Blinks.
Blinks.
The Time Sweeper.
Yeah, he's
Hey, they're Amazon affiliated.
he still needs to eat.
Yeah, they're fine.
There's no more time sweeping to be done.
I got 2 cameras for $80. It's fine.
It's a good deal.
It is a good deal. And I got, and they're the outdoor all-weather ones.
Let us know once you get them installed.
With night vision.
I want to hear about it once you install them.
And I have to get my smart thermostat installed too.
Oh, you got an Ecobee?
Yeah, I got the Ecobee. I showed you the picture of that too.
The Ecobee 3 Lite. What does that mean? It doesn't have Alexa? Is that what the light part is?
No, it does. It does. It has Alexa.
So what's the light?
I have no idea, but you know how much that one cost?
Free.
That was free.
Because
Big goose egg.
Why? A rebate?
Because no, PSE&G was sending out free smart thermostats to customers.
What?
Yeah. So, I got one.
That's great. I have 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
I only
old
have
ones.
one thermostat in my house. I have no need for 2.
Give me the other one.
They only.
Oh, then I
What
sent you
other
one.
I'm like, what other one?
Ask for another one and send it to me.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
See to have it in.
Mm-hmm. When I get this one installed,
Right. First
I looked at the instructions to see if I could do because they're like easy installation, only takes 30 minutes. Then I'm reading like make sure the electricity is turned off in your house. Check the wires. If wire A double 22, I'm like, you've lost me. And that was the end of it. I'm like, I gotta find someone to do this.
Shipwreck, what's getting installed first, the thermostat or the Blinks cameras?
Oh man, that's a tough call.
Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find someone to do both.
So for the Blinks cameras, you literally just have to screw them.
Yeah, that I just have
into
to screw
something.
in. Yeah, I just have to screw the mount into something.
I
Do you
think
own-
that's going to happen first.
Do you own
Yeah,
do you own a drill?
I do.
Do you own
I
a
do.
ladder?
I've hung many a shelf and I've drilled many things. Don't forget, I did put that bunk bed together in my son's room.
Shit.
So, it's not that I can't do things. And I built the swing set in my backyard.
Nobody's saying that you can't
I'm not
do
inept.
things. I just wanted to know if you had all the materials for the project. I didn't say that you can't do things.
Things that are mostly like drilling and screwing.
Right.
That I'm fairly confident. in.
Okay, fine.
It's the electric wiring
Sure.
that's something like I don't want to screw it up in January and either have my house
Good
be
call.
95 degrees in January or 0 degrees
Good-
in January.
Or 500 degrees.
Exactly. Like, maybe someone should do that. Yeah. So, I don't mind spending a few shekels to have that installed on since I got the thing for free.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to
Get it done
say,
right.
yeah, never getting installed.
No, it's funny because my next door neighbor is an electrician,
Oh,
and we're friendly with them, but we're good friends with our neighbors 2 doors down. And my wife was talking to them, and she's like, "Why don't you just ask John from next door? He does stuff for us all the time." I'm like, I guess I never thought of that before.
right.
So that's I just have to like catch him.
What if he says no?
Then he says no.
But then you'll know that he does stuff for the other neighbors all the time.
That's okay. I would be okay with that. I'm
Would
not
you?
petty that way. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Maybe a listener could come over.
That's okay.
Maybe they could send you a digital code.
Could you send me a digital code for the smart thermostat installation? That's asking. I'll ask for that.
Amazon probably has that, actually.
I bet they do.
Oh, no.
And Best Buy.
What? Get the Geek Squad on over.
Yeah, like I'm getting closer and closer to having that smart home of the future.
Yep.
With cameras and thermostats and
Uh-huh.
intercoms in every room.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess we're doing a show next week. Is that what we're saying?
I guess next week. I don't see why not.
Should be
Well,
fine.
speaking of why
Yeah.
not, this question is from @whynotronnie. He says he wants to know if we're having a favorite games of 2018 discussion. So I guess next week.
Now I'll ask this now, although it may be showing my hand. Does it have to be a game that came out in 2018 or just a game that we played in 2018?
People liked it to be a game that came out in 2018.
I know.
You can have an honorable mention for that if you want.
I guess that's what we'll have to do.
Because people, I don't know. You have to let people
Are we
have
doing the
their
same
fun.
50 categories as the Gamers' Choice Awards?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gamers' Choice Awards or the Game Awards?
Gamers' Choice Awards, I think,
Oh,
are the ones
I didn't watch.
we want to really mimic.
You think they have the handle
I
on
believe
it?
the word in this industry is emulate.
I like what you did there.
Thank you.
I didn't watch either.
No, we did a show, so I couldn't
Right.
watch the.
I know. Well, you can still watch it. What do you mean? You can watch it anytime you want in this
Is that a thing?
magical future we live in.
But that already happened, so it's not like I'm gonna. I already know who all the winners are.
You
So
would.
we're-
You still don't know that they're going to make a new Mortal Kombat game.
I do know, and I'm excited for that because it's going to have that same kind of gear system as Injustice.
Sure.
And that's going to be awesome.
Can they get RoboCop in there?
I don't see why not.
How much
they
could
had
that
Leatherface in the last one.
How much could that cost to get RoboCop in there?
I mean, theoretically, I guess the question is, can he fight?
Oh, yeah, he fits in there.
He fights.
so?
I've seen him
fights.
fight before.
He punches.
You don't think he'd be too slow?
He can be slow. He's got a
He can be
gun.
slow,
He's
yeah.
hard. He's very strong and made of metal, mostly.
Is he strong and made of metal?
Pretty much. He can crush things with his fists. He's got like that spike that comes
You
out
give
of
him
his
the
hand.
jetpack. That'll speed him up some.
I guess you kind of have to. That's a good idea, Ship. You should get a side gig.
You know what they could do if they do it like in Injustice? They could have like there's like moves that you unlock, and instead of having him have the jetpack as a default, maybe it's something that you have to unlock by playing him a lot.
Mm.
So then it's like an optional thing. If you hate the jetpack, you can play without having the jetpack. So.
Let's just get RoboCop in the game first
Right.
before we decide if he's got
Maybe for the first round, he just starts out as like a normal cop, and then he gets mutilated. And then for round 2, they build him back as RoboCop.
It's Alex Murphy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or just Peter Weller, or maybe William Burroughs. Also played by
Got it.
Peter
Right.
Weller. Mm-hmm.
But hey, look, I think it's a home run. Who doesn't want RoboCop in there? And it can't cost that much to get that license. It's not, Is everybody really looking for RoboCop right now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Mm-mm.
But people who play more, I think the Venn diagram on people who like Mortal Kombat and people who like RoboCop, I think it's very healthy.
I think it's just a circle. It's probably just one circle.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
How about some show feedback from last week?
Sure. Doug Freeze has to say, glad to hear Shipwreck made it out to Cincinnati. I was there.
Did you just have a stroke reading that?
I did. Leave me alone. It's late. I was there from 8:30 the day before the day the show started until 10 p.m. on Sunday after the show closed. I did not see him at the show as he seems to have been there during my hungover recuperation hours. Next year's show has already been confirmed, and I'll be sure to send Shipwreck a reminder. Let's get the whole CAG crew there. The hotel has a nice, sizable restaurant bar area where a CAG meetup could take place. 2019 dates are 11/22 to 11/24. Same location, Eastgate Holiday Inn. Let the hype begin. So what do you say, Cheapy? Me and you, we take a trip to Cincinnati and we could stay at the Eastgate Holiday Inn?
Isn't that Thanksgiving?
I think so. I don't think that'll work.
I don't know if it's like... We'll
sure-
look into it.
I'm sure that's it's probably... No, Thanksgiving next year is like the last... Oh, man. There's not much time next year between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh.
Let's see here. Thanks. Because I'm going to plan this trip for you guys.
Oh. I do like pinball.
It's the 28th. So it's
Okay.
the following week.
The following week.
So you guys would probably... Cheapy, you'd probably have off work.
I think it's safe to say that Cheapy will be off work the 22nd through the 24th. Although, isn't that a weekend?
Yeah, it's a weekend.
Yeah. So fly in, like I would fly in, say that Friday.
Oh, you and Cheapy aren't going to go on a road trip?
No. You mean we're going to drive in? We'll drive on Friday.
Wow.
We'll take my car. We'll take the Fiesta.
Wow. No.
I think that'll be a good time. I
You
think
gotta set up
Cheapy
a
and I in the
dash
car.
cam. That way
What would
everybody
that
can...
be? It's like, because I've driven from Long Island to Cincinnati before. It's what is it, like 11 hours or so?
Something like that. I've been
Oh,
there
no,
before.
fuck that. Are you kidding?
Yes,
We're
of
not-
course I'm kidding, you idiot.
Oh. Do they have like a romantic train that we can take?
That's different. I'm sure there's an Amtrak that stops in Cincinnati.
All right. Shipwreck's going to make it happen.
Sure.
Mhm.
You don't even have to stay at the Eastgate Holiday Inn. You could...
Well, you have cats, so yes, I do have to stay at the Eastgate Holiday Inn.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
We also have Benadryl.
I would be dead by the morning. It really
Wow.
wouldn't be a good look.
Hmm.
I have a
Yeah,
tent.
no.
How about a tent?
A tent in the backyard, that's a possibility.
Okay.
As long as my throat doesn't close up in the middle of the night, I'll be fine. So, yeah. I'm fun.
As long as I don't die, I'll be fine, is what you just said.
Yeah, basically.
As long as I don't suffocate, I'll be fine.
Yep. Me and cat. It's not that I don't like cats. I just can't be in the same room as one. What can you do?
Read some more show feedback before I giggle more.
Fine. I know. Making fun of me is your hobby. Solo Skywalker says, I rarely agree with Wombat, but he's right about Cheapy's kid probably going off the rails in college. Seen it happen many times. Maybe let him make some of his own choices, set his own limits, make some mistakes, and learn some time management. That being said, I don't know shit about kids.
Thank you.
And then
Thank
Jay
you.
Avery has to say, not necessarily. Kids need to learn boundaries and take care of responsibilities. So being a little on the strict side seems okay to me. It's not like the rule is no video games, and based on past CAGcast, Ty is probably getting plenty of exposure to all sorts of stuff. We try to limit video games in my house. We must have all homework finished, room cleaned, etc. before playing, but we don't restrict to certain days of the week. Honestly, during a school week, by the time everything is done, there's only about 30 minutes to play before bed. That sounds about right in my house, too. A little sidebar, if that. Right. So it seems fine to me. Also, no one knows what the F they are doing as a parent, so as long as there is some structure, it's probably okay. That is also true.
What happened was, we said to him, look, if we finish all your homework and everything, you can play games. And what would happen is he would say that he finished all of his homework, and then he would play games. And the reality is he didn't actually finish the homework. And this kept happening over and over again. So eventually we had to just say, okay, just on nights where there's homework to be done, you can't be playing video games. And that's sort of what's still happening.
I get it. But the thing in my house right now is Sabrina has, what does she have? She has all county chorus. And she's supposed to memorize these 5 songs, which she has not done yet. So that's the big thing. It's like, why have it? Well, you need to listen to these songs. You need to listen to the songs. Even if you don't know all the words by heart, because she still has like 2 months. I'm like, you should at least know the songs.
Sure.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they're not like standards or pop songs. It's like classical singing. So it's sort of hard to...
like Aerosmith.
Yes, it's Aerosmith. It's Dream On.
That is a tough one.
It is a tough one. So, but, so I get it. It's like, so now it's like you can listen, if you listen to the songs, then you can play something. Or watch something. Yeah. But, so what?
One upside of not letting the kid play games during the week is that on Sunday morning, I can sleep as late as I want because he's going to play those games until actually, he stops around, I would say, 11. By 11, he's like, yeah, I'm ready for lunch probably soon. And my eyes hurt.
That's Elliot on Sunday mornings too. He'll come into our room and he'll actually he'll crawl into our bed, and I'll actually say to him, it's like every time, it's like, it's always new to him. You could be watching YouTube in your room. I can? I'm like, yes, go watch YouTube in your room because it's Sunday morning and I don't want you in my bed.
Oh, you're saying he doesn't come, he goes into your room first.
Yes, he goes into my room first, into my bed, crawls on top of us.
No.
And I'm like, ugh, why don't you watch, he likes Bill Nye the Science Guy on Netflix because that's all the old episodes there. I'm like, why don't you go watch some Bill Nye in your room? I could do that? I'm like, yeah, go have fun.
Hurry.
Run. Exactly.
Poor Mrs. Cheapy has to make the bento box on Saturday mornings. So she's got to wake up just like a regular work day for her. So Sunday morning is the only day she doesn't have to wake up at 6.
Well, she can't make it the night before?
No. You can't. And
can't?
Yeah, I mean, you can, but like a Japanese woman is not going to do that.
Yeah, she's not a Japanese woman anymore. She's an American now.
She's not. She's got a green card, but she doesn't.
Yeah, she's an American now.
Doesn't mean she's American.
Gotta naturalize that lady.
I can't. I'm trying to think of an analogy to making the bento the night before. But I can't. I can't come up with anything.
All right. Good night, everybody.
No, I mean, it's just good. I don't know. It was like disrespectful, I guess. You know, like the rice would be bad.
It's rice. It'd be fine.
But your definition of rice that's fine and an Asian person's is very different.
You calling me racist?
No,
That's not nice.
No. I'm just
How
saying.
dare you?
I'm saying for most American people,
Yes.
they're just a different idea of what rice is supposed to be than an Asian person.
I mean, I get it. If you're going to make your son go to school on a Saturday, he might as well have a decent lunch.
Exactly. but I do know that some of the parents phone it in.
Mm-hmm. See?
Because one of the kids left the bento at school and they gave it to Ty to bring home or something, and it was I saw there was mac and cheese in there.
Ugh.
How dare they?
What is wrong with these people?
That's that kid probably ate that in the corner with his back to all the other kids.
Next, you're going to tell me the one kid had a Capri Sun and I may vomit. No respect.
I don't know that they're allowed to bring Capri Sun, to be honest.
I
And I remember when in Japan, you were only allowed to bring water or tea, like, you know, just mugicha specifically, which is a barley tea with no sugar in it.
Lovely.
Strict.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds fun.
See, that's why Ty doesn't complain, I think, about the video games. You know,
Because
just
it's still better than
because it could be
was.
Saturday.
because it could be because it could be he could be going to a school where when the teacher's talking, you have to sit with your hands on the desk and your back straight and look directly at the teacher and not move around at all. And it's just everything is so rigid. You have to eat all your lunch, and you have to get the school lunch, and you have to eat all of it, or you can't go to recess.
Yeah, I still don't get that whole idea. That's child abuse. But anyway, go on.
But it's not. Apparently, it's not. Except for the kid who didn't like squid and he threw up everywhere. That's
legitimately child.
Did he
abuse.
get to go to recess still?
That I don't know. I'll ask Ty if he remembers that. I don't know. He has a good memory. We'll see. So I think honestly, like he in the back of his mind, he knows like, still a lot more, lenient here. He doesn't have to carry that gigantic backpack with all of his books in it back and forth to school. I think that was crazy.
Yes.
That was like a bowling ball.
That's my daughter's backpack now is like that, actually.
Well, they make the kids carry these big binders, I think. Does your school do that? The huge, 3-ring binders, like the biggest ones they sell?
I don't know what she has in there. You know what she has, though? She has a really heavy, these are the, problems that really aren't problems. But she has a giant iPad they give her. And it's like the heaviest iPad I've ever seen. It's got this cover on it. It's like made out of an old tire.
Oh, for protection?
Yeah. And it makes the thing so damn heavy. It's this
not
solid
a Galaxy
rubber.
View.
Huh?
It's not a Samsung Galaxy View.
No, it's not. It's an actual Apple product. But it weighs like 300 pounds. And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
All right, let's watch this, bitches. How about that?
Yeah, we're talking about the show and not our children anymore.
Right. At Hell's Fire writes in and asks, why was Daredevil season 3 so bad?
Because it was slow. It focused on characters that didn't have history with the viewer, and it meandered.
Like the Nun?
Yeah, the Nun and the FBI agent, and people want to see a show about Daredevil. And that show, and you could disagree with me all you want, but I was going to say that show peaked in season 1, episode 1 with the hallway fight. And it never got better than that. At least for Daredevil. There's never they never built on this fight is amazing. Let's see more of that. And you gotta build on that. You gotta do more of it and you gotta make it better. So by season 3, you have to have, the season 3 version of the hallway fight, and you have to have that in every episode.
Right. And they could have done that, actually. Instead, they, he doesn't even wear the outfit for the whole season.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They abandoned what they should have done, and now the show's canceled, and that's what happens.
They should have just had him, and they have the outfit, have crazy scenes where he's throwing the batons off the walls at, and not killing, but,
Someone who works
gravely
in that
injuring.
show should have read a couple of Daredevil comics. Might have helped.
Yeah. We've still been watching Titans. We're pretty far in. We're not.
That show is made by people that clearly have read some Titans comics.
We got worried though because we just watched the Hawk and Dove flashback episode.
That one was pretty dark. That was a pretty dark episode.
Right. It was a lot of talking also.
It was a lot of. That one is again, but you're talking one episode like that out of 10. As opposed to.
We haven't watched past that yet, so.
Well, there hasn't been past that yet.
Oh, really? No, is there?
Oh, no, there's one more. One more. Yeah.
Oh, wow, we've caught up quickly.
Yeah, you're pretty much caught up. Although by the time this show's out, there'll be 2. But yeah, You're basically caught up. But that was a good episode, though. Again, it was definitely dark. But
you do get to see Dove's tush at the end of the episode.
You do. You get to see Dove's naked butt. So, and
good.
Hawks.
Hawks. Hawk is pretty attractive as well.
Yeah, they're a good looking pair, that Hawk and Dove. So.
All right, good. I'm glad. Well, hopefully there's not.
No,
I
think that was the last episode. Yeah, you're caught up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hopefully they don't start doing flashbacks for everybody.
No, as you say, you watched the Donna Troy episode.
Uh-huh.
That was a good episode. I like that. I like the relationship between Dick and Donna.
Yeah.
They did a good job of making it older brother, younger brother, older sister.
Mm-hmm.
And having him not be all of us, he's all tough and in charge, and then as soon as she shows up, he's not tough and in charge anymore. I kind of liked how that was good. Good show. Good show stuff.
What are you writing press releases for DHS?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Show good wall build.
What else we got in Watch This Bitches?
I watched the CW crossover of the DC, the DC TV crossover show.
I have no idea what's going on in any of that Arrow stuff. With
you wouldn't need to watch the crossover.
But he's the Arrow is the Flash now?
No, that was the Elseworlds thing.
But
you wouldn't need to watch any other episodes ever. That's the whole point of these crossovers, is they're completely self-contained.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yes, Oliver Queen wakes up and he's the Flash and he doesn't know what happened. And, Barry Allen is now the Green Arrow and he doesn't know what happened. But everybody else around them is acting like that's how it's always been. So, and they're the only two who don't know what's going on, basically.
Right.
So then they have to go find Supergirl and they bring in Superman and then they meet Batwoman and all sorts of shenanigans happen. Lois Lane is in it.
That's not going to bring me in.
It's got Lois Lane. Did I mention that?
All right. Ship, what do you think about this new Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie? I mean, you're the biggest Sonic fan here.
He's got a physique about him. He looks like the shots they've shown, and it's all there's no clear view of him yet. But just the shots they show, he kind of looks like a sports mascot. It's just like it's a human body that's furry, and then a
that
traditional giant head, like Sonic head. I don't know. It's weird. And then they showed that second picture of just his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really the legs that are the freaky part. And
the furry part? Because they're furry?
Just the thought of him with human legs is weird.
Right. He's a hedgehog. Right. Why does he have human legs? Those are human legs.
Yeah, I've seen human legs. Those are them.
Yep. They're the blue hair is unusual. I had not seen that before. But the shape of the legs, for sure, those are human shoes.
Well, just fine. He wears human shoes.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like this whole movie is just weird because like this is like made by who? It's like an action movie people, right? Like executive producer from Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
It says the producer of Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, and the producer of Fast and Furious. It's just weird. It's just really strange.
You're gonna watch it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it. But I mean, this makes him like having like a human girlfriend, like more plausible, I guess.
You think they're going to give him a human girlfriend? Are they going to Howard the Duck this? I know they did it in one of the games. I'm just saying. Like,
He's
you think they're
palling
gonna do it
around
in
with
the
a
movie?
human, right? Isn't he palling around with a human in this movie?
He has like a friend, a male friend, like a dude. that he
Yeah,
hangs around
like a
with.
normal human dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, his normal human dude that he hangs out with.
Yeah, it's
Bill.
maybe the human dude is the weird one, and everyone else is an.
Is this going to be something like
anthropomorphic
where he comes out of the video game?
animal. Oh,
Like he's transferred out of the Green Hill Zone, out of the TV, and into New York City, and this is what happens to a video game character when they make that crossover.
or maybe it's like Enchanted, where Sonic is in the Sonic Land, then he runs through a sewer and he winds up in San Francisco.
Yeah, same. Is it San Francisco? Oh, it is San Francisco. It's got the bridge.
Yeah, that bridge looks like the Golden Gate to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but he might start. He's really fast, so he might have started running in New York.
and he ends up in San Francisco.
Right.
Because
It's like,
that's
oh,
where,
look how fast
that's
I
a
am.
place where a guy
So-
can kind of be a blue furry that wears no clothes and just shoes. San Francisco is the place you want to be.
That's right.
No one's going to question him there.
That's right.
That's true.
He's the esports athlete of the year, I think, according to one of those awards shows.
I think you're confusing him with someone else.
Oh, okay. He might get a movie too.
I
I'm sure
wouldn't
his movie would be a lot better.
I was
I'm
going to say, I'm sure it would be a better movie.
sure. Way better.
Oh, this could be a great movie.
No,
No.
You think?
I don't think so. I mean, it can't be.
It could be a movie, but that's all I got.
It's maybe they fix his legs. Like that's the only thing we have to go on by right now, right? Is just what did they do with his legs? Like it's just not appealing.
I'm just looking at the cast now. So it's Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
You got James Marsden, everyone's favorite Cyclops, as Tom the Human.
Okay, or he's got some Easter Bunny chops as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was in Hop.
Yeah, so he's got that
Uh-huh.
whole I'm the human with the furry.
Ben Schwartz is Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know who that is.
Let's see, what would you know him from? I know him mostly from Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast. Well, he was Gene Ralphio in Parks and Rec.
Okay,
I
know him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's funny. He's Dewey on DuckTales.
Uh-huh. Sure. I don't know that I have a person in mind that I want to see play Sonic the Hedgehog.
So that's John Ralphio's legs that we're looking at?
I don't know if it's his legs, but
I feel like they could be his legs.
could be.
It's weird that he has like 5 fingers too.
Well, how is he's got to tie those
Like, does
shoes? Look at the shoelaces.
Why? But does he traditionally have 5? Maybe he does. Maybe he does have traditionally 5. It's
How's
just
a
like,
hedgehog going to tie shoelaces?
I don't know. With his fingers.
No.
He's an anthropomorphic hedgehog.
maybe it's
I don't
that it doesn't look like he's wearing gloves in this picture. Maybe that's the thing.
Right.
Oh.
All right, enough of that. It's making me nauseous.
There'll be plenty more of that. This movie doesn't come out until a year
year.
from now.
Yeah.
So,
How about some shopping news?
sure.
At Atlas Shrugged 80 writes in to let us know that the Epic Game Store is giving away 2 free games a month. And first up are Subnautica and Super Meat Boy.
Great.
Subnautica's great. Get that for free.
Super Meat Boy's great.
Yeah.
You
I
probably
for
already
free,
have
too.
it for free somewhere.
I have it. I definitely have. I have both those games. So fuck you.
Whoa.
Whoa. Language.
So
All
it's
right,
interesting that they have the exclusive for the next Super Meat Boy, though.
Yeah.
That's a move.
That's a
Yes.
move. Super Meat Boy's like those dudes. I watched that documentary about them
Mhm.
making the game. Yeah, they were. That was all Steam. But yeah, I guess Steam has not done a good job of displaying why they should get 30%. And these guys are willing to give it a go. Seems fine.
Sure. Why not? I think it's so. I need to read up on that. Are they exclusive, like on PC to that platform? And
I'm sure it's going to be a timed exclusive.
right, because that's got to come to consoles, right? Like,
Yeah.
relatively soon.
All right.
after
Before we
launch.
do new releases. Oh, what's that? I lost you there for a second.
Oh, just
Time to go back to Discord. Sorry, what was that, Chip?
No, move on.
Okay. Let's do a little word from HelloFresh before we get to the new releases. How about that?
Sure.
HelloFresh is easy to talk about because we love it. So
That is a fact.
in case you don't know, it seems impossible, but HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients so you can just cook, eat, and enjoy. Yes, skip the supermarket. It's annoying. It's very annoying. So they have 3 different plans that you can choose from, the classic, veggie, and family. And all the ingredients come pre-measured in handy labeled meal kits. And you got the recipe card, right, Wombat, with the 6 steps. And everything's pretty much, laid out right for you. Let's see, I'm looking at my menu for this week. So yeah, we started off this week with the sriracha sesame shrimp, which was, we always get whatever shrimp dish they have. That's like the golden rule. And we never had this one before, but it was very good because sriracha, of course. And we did the fusilli with beef meatballs.
How was that?
It was really good. The problem was, it was my problem, is that Ty had his winter concert that night and I had to rush to get dinner ready. And I was procrastinating as usual. And so I'm rushing to get this thing together. So I had to make it without the sauce. But because I've been doing HelloFresh for so long, I don't know how long, but like a year and a half now? 2 years?
Maybe. It may be that long, yeah.
I think it could be 2 years. Anyway, I just feel confident that I could skip this whole thing and still have something that's good that we could eat. We only had 10 minutes to wolf everything down. That's how late we were. But nobody complained. And even then when I told them that there was a sauce that I didn't even get to make, they were like, oh, really? Because it was still so good, even without the sauce. Anyway, so HelloFresh got a good offer for you. You should go to hellofresh.com/CAGcast60 and enter CAGcast60. I can't say CAGcast.
CAGcast 60. The name of
my
the show
God.
is the CAGcast.
I hate saying CAGcast.
And your age. They couldn't have made this any easier.
Oh my God, Wombat. So for a total of $60 off, that's $20 off your first 3 boxes. Visit hellofresh.com/CAGcast60 and enter CAGcast60. It's easier if you break it up into 3 syllables.
Yes.
Yeah. HelloFresh is awesome.
Yep.
You got to do
It's
it.
the best.
All right. Let's do the new releases. You got to do
Sure.
that too.
Yes.
Mhm.
So let's see here. Battle Princess Madeline came out. I kickstarted that game. I have not played that yet.
Okay. What's that about?
What is it?
That is a Metroidvania that kind of looks like Ghosts and Goblins type of thing.
Like an 8-bit style or 16-bit style?
Like a 16-bit style. Like it has a really nice animation style to it. So they sent me my Steam code, but I have not tried it yet. And I ordered the part of the Kickstarter was to get a limited run games version of the game for consoles. So for PS4, I guess is what I ordered. So I am looking forward to playing this. I'm glad it's finally out. I like it when the few things that I have kickstarted have come out.
Always a bonus.
Right, it's always a bonus. So that is out. Also this week, I don't know. There's not a lot.
You know what game is not on the list?
Sure.
That came out this week is Richie's Plank Experience for PSVR. Now, if you recall, the one time I played VR games at my wife's friend's house, if you recall that story.
Okay.
The game that I played there, that the only game that I've had like any real that had any real effect on me was Richie's Plank Experience. This was on Richie, like the name Richie.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, Richie's Plank Experience.
Oh wow, look at that.
It's $15 on the PSN.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if it's as effective as it is on the PC, but that game all you do is like it's like one thing. You go into an elevator, you push the button, you really feel like you're going like 30 stories in the air or whatever nonsense it is, and the elevator opens and it's just a plank in front of you above the city, and you just have to walk to the edge of the plank. And I couldn't do it. Like my mind was convinced that I was up in the air and my legs just wouldn't move.
Wow.
My brain knew it was all pretend, but my body was like, nope, sorry, you're not allowed to do this. and my daughter put the helmet on and she just walked right to the edge of the plank and then would jump off. I'm like, you're insane.
Yeah, I'm watching a video of it. It looks pretty cool.
So I think you should get it and let me know if it makes you nauseous in a good way.
All right.
So
Cool.
I think you should take that $15 risk for the show.
Sure. My PSVR is still on the floor, connected to the PlayStation, sort of, like half connected.
If I showed my daughter that game was out on a console that we could use, she'd probably like give me the money. Because she has it to buy a PSVR.
She liked the plank experience,
So,
is what you're saying.
Yes. She was totally into that. So I'm curious to know what you think. Can you like Twitch stream your PSVR stuff?
I can't. I don't have the setup for that. I don't think you can do it like just built in when you're doing VR.
I was gonna say, because this is the share button, but it's not. There's no share. You can't use it on.
Maybe you can, but it's using the camera to track the VR, so I don't know if it can do both.
But what's on your TV when you put on the PSVR? It's not just what you're seeing?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so wouldn't it just be that?
Yeah, but like I just said, I'm using the camera.
Yeah, but who cares what you're doing? All that matters is what the people are seeing on Twitch.
Yeah, they could see, I guess it might work.
They would just see what you're seeing.
And they could hear me.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. You should give it a shot. And you should get the plank game. And we could all listen to you go, holy shit. And
throw
you
up
fall down. Yeah.
All right, Wombat's telling me what to do.
I'm telling you what to do. And you're going to do it.
All right. Time for Switch Game or not? I have to lead you
Desert
through.
Child came out for Xbox One, I guess.
What's Desert Child?
That was that hover
bike
racing game that had a cool look to it at E3 that we played. So
yes, Desert Child.
$12.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it's like a retro style game with a like a cool art style, like
Excite Bike.
No, Not really like that at all. It's more of like, you can walk around and talk to people in a town setting, and then there's also like races you do, and everything's got a cool, I don't know, like a 90s style. The graphic style, I would say, is 90s. But I don't know. It's cool. Desert Child.
Sounds good.
All right. I have to lead you through this Switch game or not.
You have to lead us through. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a themed one. Okay.
Oh.
So I want you to see this game, Altier Arland. Do you know that? Or I don't know how to say that. Atelier? Atelier? Okay. So
Liaison?
So there's three versions of this game came out this week. I added a fake version. You have to figure out which is the fake one. Is it what is it? Atelier? How do you say that?
Yeah, Atelier.
Atelier Arland? No, wait.
Does that mean of the stars?
Sure. Atelier Arland? Atelier Hanola? Atelier Maruru? Atelier Rorona? Or Atelier Totori?
It has nothing to do with the stars. It actually means a workshop or studio, especially one used by artist or designer.
There you go.
So clearly, I don't know how to speak in other languages.
So, which is the fake one?
Which is I know Totori and Rorona, I believe, are real.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Hanola.
And I'm gonna go with Maruru.
Well, that wins.
Oh,
yay!
Good job.
I may not know what Atelier means, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now there's this. Let's scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. And you see now there's a game that came out in Spanish this week.
Oh boy.
Yes. Monica y Gardos dos Coelhos.
So one of these games.
The one with eggs in it.
Yeah. Chupa mi huevos. I'm going to say that one. Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Yes. What does it mean?
No, what do you tell me? You said you know what it meant.
Something with eggs.
Suck my balls.
Actually, suck my eggs.
Okay. Now there's some fake ones in here too. So
Okay.
you can...
Now we get to the standard.
Yes.
Okay. So Katamari Damacy reroll. That's
a real one. Mm-hmm.
Haunted Deli Salami Scares.
that's a fake game.
No shit.
It sounds like it would be all right.
What about Lincoln Log Adventures?
That's also a fake game.
Okay. There's more?
This
Is basketball for $10 a real game?
That is a real game. I tweeted it out the other day.
How is it? How does basketball look for $10?
It looks overpriced.
I need to know if Brown is a real game.
Brown is a fake game.
Oh, that bothers me. I really want there to be a game called Brown.
It could be. It could be a game.
It could. Is there any more?
You can't not know if some of these are not real or not.
Yes, there's one more.
There's one more.
Is Santa Tracker real?
It is.
It is real.
It's real?
That I knew was real, yeah. Ultimate Runner? No, that's Runner. Okay.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real. Long Story, a dating game for the real world?
That's real. I like how Long Story is one word.
Yes. Everspace Grounded Edition?
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
All right. I think that's it for the new releases.
You promise?
Oh no, there's this.
Oh.
There is a new one that I meant to write it down. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I was wondering what you were gonna say.
Oh, you said you seemed to be jumping in with agreement. You're
No,
just excited.
I was just excited that there was something.
This game Dusk came out. Do you know about that? It's a 90s style first person shooter.
Okay.
You know, like Hexen.
Mm-hmm.
Heretic.
Mm-hmm.
That style, but crazy. I haven't played very much, but it seems pretty cool. It came out this week for sure. But I think that after that, I think that's it.
Well, there was that game Wombat asked if I got as well.
Yes.
Grits.
Gris.
Oh, Gris.
Gris? Yeah, that seems like a shipwreck kind of game. That's why I thought you would have been all over that. I'm surprised that you didn't get that. Like they didn't send it to you or something.
Ship's busy.
I started a new job this week, so
it's not a good enough reason.
I guess
whatevs. I've also, as another new release that's not on this list that I've been playing, I put it under the other section, but I'll bring it up now. I played a little bit of Ashen.
Oh, I played that at E3 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I checked that out because it's on Game Pass. So I figured I would give it a shot. It's all right. I mean, maybe it'll grow on me. I mean, it's there.
It's there.
I like the art style. I like how people look. I'm not
when they
sure
have those trailers for games, like launch trailers, and they have the quotes from the journalists. I just picturing in my mind, it's there, flashing across Wombat CAGcast.
Yep, it's there. I have it. I'm not a big fan of the controls, which I think is a problem for more than just me. I'm sure if I played a lot of it, I would just get used to it. But I don't know.
What do people say? It's slow. I don't know.
It's just it's cumbersome to do to the attack buttons, and I don't know. It's just different.
It's not smooth like Assassin's Creed.
It's not smooth like it's basically yes. That's exactly it. It's not smooth like Assassin's Creed, and I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed, and it's hard to go from one thing to another. A lot of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's a good game. What level are you?
What level am I? I want to say like 16 or 17.
Oh shit!
But is that good?
No, it's good. You're gaining ground on me. I'm 20. Yeah. I think I'm like 27.
But there are places on the map that are like 45, 60. I'm like,
Lesbos. You have to be like level 50 to go to Lesbos.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow. Imagine the action I can get. I've already.
I heard you have to be level 69 to get to Lesbos.
I'm playing as the woman, and I've already banged 3 chicks as the woman.
I am the dude, and I've banged no one. Absolutely no one.
Oh, my girl is very horny.
I guess so.
She kills everybody, and then she's got to fuck.
I think I have to do more missions for the lady at the temple who wants me to hunt animals. Right? I assume I get to bang that lady. But she seems DTF.
Right. Yeah, I probably fucked her.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I need you to kill a giant pig. And then... oh, boy, thanks for killing the giant pig. But before we do anything, I need you to go kill a lion. Can you kill a lion? You got some weird kinks, lady, but all right.
Sure. All right.
Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is such a gamey video game.
Yes.
It's so weird going from a game like Red Dead or even Fallout or, I don't know, so many games that came out this year that don't want to be a video game.
Right.
And to play a game, it's like, yeah, no, you're going to talk to a non-playable character who's going to tell you to go get something, and you're going to get it, and you're going to bring it back to her, and she's going to give you a helmet, and it's going to feel good when you do it.
Right. And your horse is going to be able to crash into a tree with no problem, and there's going to be a marker on the road for you to follow, even though it's going to look kind of ugly, but we're just going to do that anyway.
And you're going to fall into the middle of a castle, and you're going to stab 15 people through the chest, and you're going to feel unstoppable, and it's going to be cool. And then when you leave, it's going to no one around outside of that castle is going to have any clue what you did.
Right. They don't really care too much. Some people will look at you funny for a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal.
Whatever. Yep. I like that. It's a nice change.
Are we in Wombat's Overwatch Onslaught
I think so. I think when I brought up Ashen, that kind of dovetailed us into it.
All right. Works for me.
How you doing on that Red Dead Redemption 2?
So here's the thing. Like, I don't know how anybody can finish this game, to be honest. I feel like I'm playing this game a lot. My goal was to have this game finished by the end of the year. I know that you guys are like nowhere in the game. Shep, you haven't even played it, right?
No. Well,
You're in the very, very,
very beginning. Yeah.
Right. So you're in the ship's still in the tutorial.
I'm in Act 3.
Wombat's in Act 3. These guys are never going to finish that game. I had in my mind,
How many acts are there?
Fucking a million acts. It never, I don't know.
Act is it ActRaiser 3? Is that the real name of the game?
I Googled it and it was like, oh, I forget. I don't want to. Is that considered a spoiler? Telling you how many acts there are?
No, that is not a spoiler.
I think there are 6 acts and then epilogues. So anyway, so I looked at that. I'm like, oh my god, this thing never ends. So my goal was to have the game finished before the end of the year and talk about it on the do a spoiler talk by myself at the end of the CAGcast, because I know you guys are never going to fucking finish this game. And then if you do, we could do another one. But the reality of the situation is it's like a real chore. You're driving these long, the game's really like a horse driving simulator, riding. I guess you call it riding a horse, not driving a horse.
A horse doesn't have a steering wheel.
I mean, mostly the game is a horse riding simulator.
Yes, that was kind of my big complaint about the game, and a lot of people yelled at me. But yes, go ahead.
It really is though, because it's not unlike a car game, an open world car game where you can't really fast travel as you would want to, and you have to drive long distances to get, to start a mission or to do something else. And if you crash, there's consequences. You can ruin the car, whatever. You may have to, reload. It's the same thing with Red Dead. You're on the horse. You could, later in the game, there's parts where you're in the mountains, and it's pretty easy for both of you to go tumbling off a cliff. And I've done it, and it's not great. I mean, it is pretty funny. They do a great job with the horse physics, but it's like a driving game. You have to pay attention. You can go off the road. And that's a big part of the game, is you're on that horse.
Do you feel like if you had the option to fast travel, would you use it?
Yeah. Well, you get it. So later in the game, you get limited fast travel, but it's very limited. And I did use it, and it did come in handy and help me progress through the game, because the game is big. But eventually, I'll tell you that, at least for me, I can't seem to find fast travel anymore. So I don't have that option anymore. Other things happen in the game that limit your ability to travel quickly. I don't want to give any spoilers, but at the point that I'm at right now, it's just I'm on that horse going long distances to get to the next mission, and I'm only doing the yellow missions now because I've done a lot of the side missions and everything, and I realize if I keep doing that, it's just like I'm never going to finish the game. So my dream is probably not going to happen. I don't think it's going to be finished by next week, but I'm trying. I don't understand how people, like the guys who had to review this game, how the fuck did they do that?
I have no idea.
And then be able to say like, oh my God, this game is a 10. Because it seems like that, I mean, it would make me insane to have to do that.
Seems like more of a chore than a good time.
I mean, that's like a real commitment. I mean, you're playing that game. They must have been playing that game.
In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, once you unlock the fast travel point, you can fast travel from island to island in in no time, 30 seconds.
Well, on the 1X, the loading is unbelievably bad. Yeah. It's so bad. It's laughably bad. Even on the fast travel, we joke about the fast travel. Like, we're going to go fast travel, and I'll just go upstairs and make tea or something. It's just, I don't know. It's all those textures, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So I mean, those reviewers must have been playing the game like 6 hours a day or more. I don't know how long they had to do it, but it's just like the game never fucking ends, apparently. But I don't know. And oh man, and it's not like I don't want to spoil anything, but it's depressing. So when I say it's like it becomes a drag to have to ride across the map to do the missions, there's other parts of the story that are a drag too that you're dealing with. So it's like, you really feel like you're working. All right, what else we got here? Are we up to the CAG bag? Did we make it?
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Yes, I think we're there.
There weren't a lot of news items this week, as I mentioned earlier. At Darth Rook writes in, and he asks, do you guys watch or like any game collection shows like NES Pursuit or Nintendo Quest?
I
Wombat,
don't
is that,
I don't know what those shows are.
those weren't on the list from PewDiePie?
They might have been, but I've never watched them.
No, I mean,
I've never watched them.
I live
don't
that.
know.
I live that. I don't need to watch like a YouTube show with some guy with an
Excuse
NES.
me, Pee Wee Herman.
Well, Pee Wee Herman would have all that stuff still set up.
Well, some of these are the ones that like where they went across the country, right? And trying to get every NES game.
Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe I would like it. I don't know. I never tried it. I'm poo-pooing it, but to be honest, I never even looked at it for a second. So, Chips, you don't watch this?
If it's what I'm thinking of, I've at least seen some of it. But no, I don't watch on a regular basis because that is something that I do.
Right, Chipper just has to go downstairs to have that show.
Well, yeah, and I go looking for retro video games. So
And you take pictures of it and you put it on the internet.
yeah.
You document it.
Sure, just not. I don't go to the level that these YouTube
Right.
guys do.
All right, NES Pursuit or Nintendo Quest, in case anybody wants to check it out. Like you, Wombat.
Mm-hmm. I'll check it out tonight.
Yeah,
Check that
Nintendo
out,
Quest
too.
is the one that I was thinking of. So that was like it's an actual
Quest?
movie. It's like an actual movie where they went across to different stores trying to collect the entire NES like game collection in 30 days. It says without any online purchases.
Oh, interesting. So when you say movie, you mean it's like a 2 hour?
It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, cool. I would watch that. Is it sad though? Like, are they living in a van while they're doing it?
I'm sure that there's a van involved. There's of course a van involved, right?
Do they look like they smell bad?
It's been a while.
You're not
since
supposed to
I've
answer
seen
these
that.
questions.
Yeah, but there's definitely a van. I remember there being a van.
Okay. I like a nice van. All right. At Duran603 writes in and asks, with Sony pulling out of E3, is E3 an event you are still interested in attending? Will it get to the point that it's no longer worth your time and money to attend?
Well, I already stopped going. So
Right. I was thinking about that recently. It was so sad. Like kind of the best part of E3 last year. I mean, Sony's event was pretty fantastic. I gotta say.
Other than the beginning of it, the standing in the
part
sun.
where the standing in the sun part was
The worst
as
part
bad.
of E3.
Yeah, I mean, as good as the party was after was, that's how bad standing in the sun was. It was exactly the opposite of that. So it does make me sad to think that they're not going to be there, and just in a selfish way to know that there's not going to be a great event to attend. I mean, yeah, the actual event wasn't that great, but the party after was really good. They had hot dogs.
hot dogs.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about that. So, I don't know what to do. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, there's still plenty to see there. So,
All right, well, yeah, there's plenty to see, but, someone's got to step up.
yeah, somebody will. Somebody, I think Microsoft will.
Microsoft's going to have a big party with
I don't know.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man going to be there?
No, I don't think Spider-Man's going to be there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not Microsoft. I don't.
Microsoft has got to get on that Marvel exclusive track because now they're the only ones without one. They have to have something in the chamber, right?
I don't know. Do they?
I mean, at this point, they're the only ones who don't. I mean, PlayStation's got Spider-Man. Switch is going to have Ultimate Alliance. Microsoft has got to be like, there has to be a meeting at some point in the last couple of days. They're like, what do we got?
I think there's a big difference between Sony having Spider-Man and Nintendo having Ultimate Alliance.
Is there, though?
Something.
Yes. Is that you can't honestly say there's
Spider-Man's in Ultimate Alliance.
No, that's not the same thing. Like the Spider-Man video game is like one of the biggest video games of all time.
Well, yeah, it's a huge deal, but you know,
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is
it's a pretty big deal.
No,
that's a big deal.
No, it's not.
Team Ninja.
It's not. It's a pretty big. I think it's a big deal.
There's a team of ninjas making this game.
It's not on the same.
I don't think we knew how good Spider-Man was going to be until like right around when it was about to come out.
No.
There was a good year before it came out where we were like, oh, it'll probably be good.
No.
False.
That's
but
false.
I don't think we thought it would be as good as
You're
it
just
is.
making
False.
up things.
Yes. True.
I feel like Microsoft's got to get on that Marvel train. Also, I just want there to be more Marvel games.
Sure.
But still, they got to get on that.
The Nintendo getting Ultimate Alliance has no bearing to Microsoft at all.
Probably not, but still.
I know what you're saying, Wow. It would be nice if they had something.
I see.
But it'd be nice. A lot of things would be nice.
Yeah, well.
It would be nice if we got to see what that Avengers game was looking like.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that game that they announced?
The title, they had a logo.
They had a logo. It was being made by Square, right? Weren't they making it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Logo.
Square logo. That would be nice. What if that came out as a Microsoft exclusive? That would be big news, wouldn't it?
Isn't the movie coming out in
Endgame comes out in April.
April, right? So that would be a good time to have the game come out.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but
Yeah,
that'd be.
no.
I mean, if you were making an Avengers game, I mean, I'm not a marketing genius or anything, but
you know what? No, I think you could make an Avengers game that comes out holiday 2019 and still be just fine.
Sure.
If it's as good as, say, the Spider-Man game.
It's not going to be.
It's not. Oh yeah, I forgot that.
The
Spider-Man game is the perfect storm of like an IP and the AAA developer coming together and synergy and with like, you know, the right people working on the project.
The right pedigree of the developer.
It's just everything came
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
they've made that game several times before without Spider-Man.
Just not without Spider-Man in it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know that too. So this is not my first day, but yeah.
It's just hard to.
I could still be hopeful and think that they
Sure, I don't
want
want
to
to
be an
take away your
Avengers
hope.
game that's as good as the Spider-Man game. It's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, it totally seems easy to make that same game with like 80 characters rather than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I
don't know if it
seems totally doable.
I see. Finally, someone agrees with me.
Insomniac should just spin off
Mm-hmm.
and just keep making those games.
I think they could make a great Iron Man game that would be, fairly similar. Maybe like a little bit of a larger map because
It seems like a great idea to go to a lesser character and not make as much money.
Okay, I don't know if Iron Man is a lesser character.
Oh my
That's
gosh, he's the Marvel Ultimate
Ultimate
Alliance to Spider-Man.
I don't know about that, but I don't know about that. That's a whole other conversation.
It's not a conversation though.
Mhm.
Like they're not on the same level.
Fine. I would say, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is getting paid a lot more than.
That Tom Holland
Sure.
is. Yep.
Yeah, sure. No doubt about that. But
Cinematically, Iron Man is doing a little bit better than Spider-Man has in the last 15 years.
sure. So Iron Man is also several layers above Superman.
Right now, yeah.
If you had an IP, you would choose Iron Man.
I
over
think you can
Superman.
make a better Iron Man game. I think you could. Yes, I think Iron Man is incredibly bankable and incredibly commercial because of the success of those Marvel movies. I think Iron Man is as much a household name as Spider-Man is right now. Right now, maybe not 10 years ago.
I think
we would have
that's
had an
still false.
argument. But yes, and I think Iron Man would translate to a video game probably better than Superman would. Because, you got all the bullets and missiles and lasers and flying and
Suits.
and a little bit more vulnerability in the sense that, it's just a guy in a suit.
Alcoholism.
Yeah, that too. I think there's a really good Iron Man game that could be made. Like Just Cause, but with Iron Man. Basically.
Maybe that's what Rocksteady's working on.
Maybe. No, they're DC licensed, aren't they?
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
They said it's not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
They lied, though. They lie a lot,
Right.
these
Yeah.
guys.
Great.
There's nothing wrong with a lie like that. They're allowed to. I'll allow it.
I don't know if they're allowed to.
I think so.
I don't like when those companies
Just flat out
don't
lied
say
and
anything.
the next day said, "Oh no, we were totally doing that."
Right. So that just happened with something. Oh, the Avengers. The Avengers title. Some journalist posted, like, I don't know, like a year ago or 6 months ago, like, the Russo brothers said that Endgame will not appear. It's not the title of the next movie. And they had this guy's tweet up and they were like attacking him over it. And he's like, hey, they said it. Like, don't, just because I was wrong, I wasn't wrong. They lied to me. I'm just reporting what they said to me. Liars.
Oh, well. Yep.
Lying liars.
Everyone's a liar.
All right, last question. Then Wombat can go to bed. From Cosmo, at Cosmo Oches. He says, do you guys do family game nights or plan to do them? Have you tried family board game nights? Board games seem to have made a bit of a comeback. I tried it with the younger siblings, age 10 to 13, and they love it. Yeah, we play, we have a lot, but we play like, simpler ones that can be done quickly, like Exploding Kittens we just got.
How is that?
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah?
easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would my kids like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Some of the rules are a little tricky, like some of the advanced things, I guess.
We
I'm still
played
not
Googly
100%.
Eyes the other day, and that had a mixed reaction in my house.
I don't know that one. We got
That-
Wits and Wagers too, which is easy. That your family would like a lot, I think.
Googly Eyes is the one where you put the glasses on and you can't really see, and you have to draw a picture.
I don't like any of those. I haven't tried them,
Prop
but
games.
Yeah, like that seems like cheating.
We also,
to me.
we play a lot of the Jackbox games are popular.
Yeah,
in
those
my
are
house.
fun on Xbox or whatever.
Yeah, Drawful is probably the most popular game in my house. Drawful 2, I guess. Also, Civic Doodle is a good one in those that you can
Yep.
play with the kids.
Those are fun.
Yep.
No, Wits and Wagers is good if you have younger kids and more people, because you're basically betting on answers, so the kids don't need to know anything really. They can put down an answer. It doesn't matter if it's right or not. People are going to bet on it, and they're going to bet as well. So it encourages gambling, which is good too. All right, I think that's it. We made it to the end.
Awesome.
Let's remind everybody to follow us on Twitter at GPD, at New Wombat, at Shipwreck, and at Video Game Deals. And of course, let's remind everybody to visit HelloFresh.com/CAGcast60 and enter CAGcast60. See? If I say it like that, I won't mess it up.
Excellent.
Sounds ridiculous, but here we are. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for our favorite games of 2018.
Bread's done.